Hi everybody, Miles here, teaching professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. This week I thought I'd make a video on something that I don't know that we've really ever talked about, but probably is one of the most crucial things of successful golf. And it is your sort of mental approach and your mental disciplines around hitting golf balls and playing your shots. So, unlike most sports, golf goes on for a long time, punctuated by tiny moments of golf. I mean, I can't work it out off the top of my head, but I bet you only actually hit the golf ball for maybe 5 minutes around, the actual physical part of hitting balls. And in that, there's obviously a lot of dead time where you've got to, let's put this down, a lot of dead time where you have to try and switch off, try and diffuse your brain a little bit before you actually come to the bit where you have to play the shot. So this is I've got a little thing about golf clubs, and you may or may not agree with this. I've got this little 10% think of golf clubs. So out of, say there's 700 members, out of that 700 members, 10% of those people probably are not your cup of tea. You're happy to play golf with them, but they're not really, they don't float your boat. And I would fall into someone else's 10%. And then I think 10% of that 10% are people you probably really would avoid in normal life. So there'd be 7 people, say, and you may get paired with one of those 7 people that really might disrupt your game. So you have to be able to switch off in that moment. I haven't got a problem with saying to someone, probably won't be very chatty today, I'm really focusing on my game. And and in that way you can probably avoid those people that sort of rub you up the wrong way for no reason. So maybe that's a bit over the top to start with that, but I think it's a problem for some people who find it hard to play with people that are talking all the time, or too fast, or angry, and that sort of thing that can get on your wick a little bit. But when it does come time to play your shot, I've got a few little triggers that I was taught as a junior, and something that will help some of you, I think. So there's I've still got my club on my bag on my shoulders for a good reason. Is I was taught, well, all the time my bag's on my shoulder, all the time my hands are on my trolley, that's my chatting time, weather, whatever, just general chit chat. The moment I take this off, or the moment I let go of my trolley, now I'm 100% focused on my shot. And that's all you need to do. You just need to switch off in that moment and play your shot the best of your ability. Bag hits the shoulder again, going anywhere nice on holiday, it doesn't matter, right? So let's go with that. So the bag's off the shoulder. I've already made my mind at what club. I'd made that decision as I got to the ball. And now what you want is a relatively disciplined pre-shot routine. So mine is always roughly the same. You've picked your line from behind, you've come back into address. I do this little thing where I lay the club in my fingers, because that always feels good when I've got that left hand on properly. So that's one. And then my very fast checklist is something that the PGA teach us how to teach beginners. Aim, grip, ball position, stance and alignment, posture. Now I'm ready to play. The final thing, and I think this is where a few people make a mistake and they can tighten up and make mistakes while playing their shot, is I've already spent too long in position there. So we don't want to go full Brian Harman or Sergio Garcia, but we need some sort of relaxant before we hit our shot. So for a lot of people it's a waggle, and then you settle that into behind the ball and play your shot. Always my final trigger is to the target, back to the ball, start my swing. And if you go with that'll really help you, and you just lock in around that. Bag comes off the shoulder, here's my routine, and just do it relentlessly all the way through. So another thing that can help people is, even though we're not tour players or trying to be tour players, you can copy some of their traits. Like I have this thing where I try and be Cameron Smith sometimes when I'm putting. Puts his hand on his knee. It's one of the things that he helps to him align with, and then he takes his putt. In my shots, I try and picture Rory McIlroy's finish. So I stand over the ball trying to finish like Rory McIlroy. It's a bit over the top, I'm not as flexible or as young as him, but because if I think about getting to here, chest on target, right heel back to the target, normally gives me a better shot. So bags off the shoulder, aim, grip, ball position. I'm going to get that divot in a minute. So the other thing that you probably just got to keep an eye on is flagging a little bit. I'm out here on the back nine. Have you eaten enough? Have you drunk enough? Those things do affect your mental concentration. Have a snack on 5, 10 and 15 or something. Just know that that's what you're going to do as part of your round. All these little tiny things that can help. One thing that I do, if I've had a shocker of a hole, I've had a triple bogey, everything's gone wrong, I get another ball out of my bag. I get a new ball to play the next hole with. It's a little mental thing that I'm starting afresh. So it's a long subject, this, and people have their own frailties around chipping and stuff like that, but my thing for you is, can you be really disciplined around a pre-shot routine, and can you focus purely just on your hit? If you can do that, your golf will be much better. And it isn't something I can necessarily help you with, but sometimes during a playing lesson I can see these things in people. They've told me on the second that the fourth's a nightmare for them. They always hook it out of bounds. You've already messed yourself up. So if you want that help, we can do it as part of a playing lesson. I'm not a sports psychologist, but I do see those traits in people, and sometimes those incremental mental differences can make a huge difference to your golf. I think my one I always think about is Ian Poulter. He undoubtedly was never the best player. Other tour players used to sort of laugh at his ball striking. Mentally, he is an absolute machine. You could see that in the Ryder Cup, where he could elevate his game, because mentally it meant everything to him. So thanks for watching. I hope some of this helped. And yeah, fantastic day. See you all soon, people on the tee.